All right, folks, on the west side of Atlanta, on I-20, headed east. Yeah, headed to Covington, Georgia. Just made my way from Dallas, Georgia, and headed back towards Covington. Got to stop at another job. Did a job in Dallas, stop at one in Covington, just check it out. And then I'm headed to Oxford and to the basement remodel. Atlanta to the left of us. We're in Atlanta, but right downtown, all the big buildings and all of that, well, right straight to the left. I-20 headed east. We are barely on the west side of Atlanta. Right here, you see it says West End. You gotta watch these folks when they're driving. Gotta keep an eye on them. Oh, I see some tail lights. All right. Atlanta. Well, look at all them apartments right there to the right. I think they're like condo apartments and that kind of thing. But friends, they are absolutely going up all over the place, all over Atlanta. They're like 4 or 5 stories, and got stores in the bottom of it, parking decks, restaurants, and a place to live. All over Atlanta, the Atlanta area, all up in Roswell, throughout Buckhead, and, well, on the west side. Here we are, folks. There's the Capitol. We'll turn it this way for a minute. Oh, my goodness. Not much to see when you're on I-20 as far as Atlanta goes. I've done this video before, so Atlanta Zoo. Now, see, there's some apartment things. They're like condos. They're not really apartments. I mean, you buy those things. You don't rent them. All over. They're going up everywhere. It's like the going thing. Friends, they are quite expensive. It's unbelievable. Well, so I had to get out of the fast lane. Now I'm in the fast lane. That's the HOV lane. You have to have two or more people in the vehicle to be in that lane. So I am now in the fast lane, and starting right here at this bridge, the HOV lane begins. That's 2 or more people, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Glenwood Avenue. See some more of those places over here to the left right there. See them? They got parking decks. Some of these places have stores, beauty salons, restaurants on the first level, and then it's condos on up, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th floor, however tall it is. It is a trend Packing the folks in. Packing them in. Incredible. Incredible. Packing them in like sardines. All right, Glenwood Avenue, Flat Shoals Road. Whoa, Fulton County Sheriff. I don't know if I'm in Fulton County or if I'm in DeKalb. I'm right there close, and I am going about 10 miles an hour over, so maybe it won't mess with me. I'm right on that DeKalb-Fulton line. Glenwood Avenue. Now this is where I used to live. When I was a kid, I used to walk across this bridge here. Going back and forth to school. Glenwood Avenue. And we lived all in Atlanta when I was a child. We lived down on Kelly Street. We lived in these apartments in another spot right downtown. They were called Confederate Courts. Now they're gone. They've been tore down. They were like a red brick. When we lived in Confederate Courts, I went to Jerome Jones Elementary. Jerome Jones. I don't know if that school's even there anymore. Yeah, Jerome Jones Elementary. And when I lived on Kelly Street, I don't know where I went to school. Maybe the same school, but I don't think so. I think when we lived on Kelly Street, I think it was during the summer. And Atlanta Stadium, the traffic from it would back up every game in front of our house. The traffic would be backed up all the way to in front of our house. Kelly Street. That was a little store right across the street from our house, kind of across the street, down the street, where our friend Jerry worked. He worked in that store. Folks, 71 degrees, 12:47. It is March the 24th. March the 24th. Driving on I-20 east, headed east towards Augusta. Of course, I'm getting off at Covington. Got a job to look at there. And just take a look at a septic system. See if it is working properly. And what had happened was the toilet flap got stuck on this house, and the toilet ran for days upon days upon days. Friends, the whole backyard was flooded. The septic tank, the whole backyard was completely flooded. Amazing. The toilet ran forever, and I would hate to have that water bill, folks. So anyway, that was the other day I went over there, and so I'm just going to swing by and check it out and see if that water level has went down. I told the people just to go ahead, and no need pumping it. Everything was still working. Just see if this water will subside, and we'll go from there. Wesley Chapel Road, 4 miles ahead. Now, I used to live right on Wesley Chapel, right off of I-20 here. And me and a bunch of fellas rented a house. And, we rented a house right there. We were a rough bunch. And it was a rough area then. It's a rough area back in where we were. Was somewhat of a rough area. Not all of Wesley Chapel is rough, but right where we were, it was just a rougher area, and we fit right in, folks. We fit right in there, and there was There was all nationalities, colors that lived in that house. We were a multicultural kind of group of guys. And some of us went to church, some of us didn't. And some of us went to church and shouldn't have been going to church, or maybe we should have. And yeah, we were young, very young. And it's amazing. I'm 57 years old, and it's amazing when I look at the group of fellas, the group of guys who all lived in that house. We came and went, lived there for a little bit, spent a couple of nights, not returned for 2 weeks, or I don't even know who paid the rent. I think the preacher, I think the pastor's son lived there too. I think he might have been paying that rent. I just don't remember. But I know none of us paid it. We all act like we were going to. But it's something how, you know, you get older and things change so much, folks. They never stay the same. They do not stay the same. That is so strange. And I don't believe it was like that all that much. Not like it is now. 100 years ago, things changed, but not so much like they do now. Things change so drastic. People come and go, and they always have, but not as much as that happens now. Anyway, so this group of guys that lived in this house, I'm 57, and they were all around my age. And it's crazy because, well, some have passed away, and some have moved away. I haven't talked to some of them guys in decades, and I think there might be one guy, Paul, who I'm around quite often. Actually, we were texting back and forth this morning, and yeah, so it's crazy how things change. Wesley Chapel right here. Now, you see the McDonald's sign. We'll make right back in there behind McDonald's and that Chevron station. We live back in that way. Crazy how things change, folks. All right, folks, so we're Decatur coming into Lithonia. And Lithonia is a growing area. Lithonia, Stone Crest, and Flat Rock. Them are some booming areas. And, booming areas. The Stonecrest Mall here, I don't know if we'll make it as far as the video goes, but Stonecrest Mall, that mall, they had a rough time getting that mall going. Took decades to get that thing going, and it's been going for a while now, since about, I don't know, what is it, 2000, somewhere around there. It's been going, and close to 20 years maybe. So anyway, so that's going, and now I don't know if it's in bankruptcy or what. Somebody's acquiring the mall, and I don't know what will happen. But anyway, yeah. Panola Road. Now, Panola Road's got a lot of big fancy houses up and down, and kind of it's Lithonia. Lithonia is the suburbs of Atlanta, but it's still, Lithonia is rural. It is so strange how that is. It is still, it's still lots of deer here. It's in DeKalb County, and it's still a rural area. I mean, it's very woodsy, and considered somewhat rural. I mean, yeah. Panola Road. Look at those clouds, folks. It is a busy day today for me, and I didn't get much sleep last night. I drank chamomile tea because I knew I was going to have a rough time going to sleep, because just full of anxiety, and it comes from work. And traffic there going the other way. Good grief. That's Atlanta for you, folks. I had to zigzag to get here to avoid traffic. Anyway, that's why I say get away from the masses, enjoy your life. Get away from the big cities, enjoy your life. Maybe you can live in the big city and enjoy your life. I wouldn't have a vehicle. I'd ride the bus or something. My. Yeah, take a Uber wherever you go. Anyway. Evans Mill Road, Lithonia Industrial Boulevard, Lithonia. Now this right here, this area right here, has never grown. I guess it's because of Lithonia Industrial Boulevard, some industry around here, but it just has not grown right here. Evans Mill Road, this little area right here. You get off this exit, folks, there's nothing. Now there's a huge mall on the next exit. And the next exit after that, there's stuff, and it just keeps going. But right here, it is dead as a doornail. Nothing here. And I have no idea why. When they put the mall in, I guess it pretty much put the nail in the coffin for Evans Mill Road. Anyway, folks, 16 minutes of me running my mouth. Still traveling. I'd like to at least hit Stonecrest Mall before I shut it off. Now, I'm going probably to Salem Road. And then shoot down into Covington. My. All right, Turner Hill Road, 1 mile. And there's the mall over there to the right. Stonecrest Mall. Just a huge area over there for restaurants. And used to be a Sam's Club over there. It closed down. I have no idea why. Because we need it so bad right in this area. But car places to buy cars, motels, restaurants, and all of that, stuff you get when you get close to the mall. All right there. There she is, folks. Now is it Wednesday? I do believe it's Wednesday. So the mall's going to be a little slow at this time of day. I don't understand why they're having trouble. I don't understand because it's busy. It's busy enough where it shouldn't be having trouble. So I don't know. I don't know who owns the mall. I don't know who's going to acquire the mall, but somebody is. Okay, so there's a Walmart right here too. There's all kinds of things right here. All kinds of things. And so if you take a right onto Turner Hill Road past the mall, you're right there in Stonecrest. And it's like a middle class and upper middle class area. And you go on down into Flat Rock, all upper class, middle class area. And like I said, it's somewhat of a booming area. I mean, they're building houses all up and down in Flat Rock and Stonecrest. All right, we're entering into Rockdale County. That means we just left DeKalb County, folks. And that's where I was raised, DeKalb County. DeKalb County, Georgia. Actually, I was raised in Pine Lake, Georgia. And, folks, harassed by the police my whole life. Yeah, and not in a bad way. It wasn't anything serious. And I was just a kid that was always on the road, always walking, and Yeah, walked everywhere. I was always outside. And so, yeah. And then when I turned 15, I got my learner's license. And when I started driving when I was 15. And the police knew it. They knew it. And every time I would get in that car and they would see me, they would pull me over. And it wasn't harassment. I said I was harassed, but I didn't mean that seriously. So they would pull me over, and rightfully so. They knew I didn't have a license. They knew I was 15 years old. Huh? Yeah. I guess they were profiling me. Oh, hey, look, there's a 15-year-old kid that ain't supposed to be driving. Let's pull him over. Anyway, yeah. That's that. Yeah, they knew who I was. See, they knew who I was. And I was a lot of times I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. Never, ever anything serious. Never. I didn't do stuff like that. Driving without license, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a curfew of like 11 o'clock in the city of Pine Lake for the kids if you were under a certain age. It seems like there was. Maybe not. But, I would be walking from my friend's house. Hey, a good, decent kid. I wasn't a bad kid. But we were poor, and I walked everywhere. And so I might leave my friend's house at 12 o'clock, 14 years old. And, the cop, here I am. It's 12 o'clock. I'm walking down the street. He's going to stop and say, hey, what are you doing, Mike? Anyway, folks. All right, 22 minutes. We got to get off of here. We'll see you.